are we truly putting kids first? And are we making the tough decisions? It's easy to say, let's buy a textbook. Let's get science and reading materials. That's easy, you know. Saying we're going to raise expectations, we're going to monitor that, we're going to have accountability, and we're going to make sure you come to work. You know,
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
That's one of the expectations that you put in place. Chronic absenteeism was rampant in the school district, and that's not good for kids. You don't have consistency. It's one of so many reasons that the school districts were failing. But, you know, the naysayers would say, well, you know, so many teachers left, you got rid of so many teachers, you know, how can you make the system work with that? But talk about that basic expectation that you come to work.
Yeah, I mean, some of your listeners would probably have their hackles raised at this, but it's necessary right now. The kids don't have any time, and we're, you know, acting as if chronic absenteeism isn't a serious problem, and there's no need to have it. So, for example, in Houston, in the 22-23 school year, the year before my team came in, there were 1,900 chronically absent teachers.
Okay, but explain exactly what
that means. Yes, out of 11,000 teachers, so it's still a large number.
Yeah, we're talking almost a fifth.
So chronically absent means that you don't qualify for FMLA or long-term disability. If you do, those absences don't count. Right? That they're okay. They're
military,
legally,
all of these regularly excused things.
We have people
are not
go
part
on
of
who are part of the National Guard or something, so they're absent for that, and that's all fine.
Legitimate.
That's all legitimate. That's not what I'm talking about. If you don't qualify for those, then you have a certain number of what we call PTO days, personal time off days, and it's 10. Or if you're a veteran teacher and you've saved some up, it's up to 15 days that you can take off. Keep in mind, listeners, that teachers also in Houston have a week off at Thanksgiving.
A full week.
A full week.
Wow.
2 weeks. 2 weeks off at Christmas.
Okay.
A week at spring break. 6 national holidays. 2 recess days. That means days that they don't have to work. 10 personal time off days, and 40 days in the summer. And I'm honest and say, if you need more days than that, you cannot be a teacher. And I don't think you should be a teacher anywhere, but you know, in Houston, you can't be a teacher.
You can't be a teacher in Houston.
That's right. You can't be a teacher in Houston. And that's not crazy. It's about time that we said that we are a profession. And of all the professions, you have to be there.
Yes.
You have to show up for kids. And yes, class starts at the same time every day, so you can't be late. You know, and yeah, that's what makes it a tough profession. But if it's too tough for you, then then find a different profession.
So you had these 1,900 or so.
Yes. So
with chronic absenteeism, you came in. How many that first year?
So that first year, I think we still had several hundred chronically absent teachers, because we put in place a policy that says if you go over your days and you don't have eligibility for FMLA or any of the other categories, we will fire you. We think people didn't believe it.
Okay.
But
you meant it.
We meant it, and we started firing people. This year, there were 150 chronically absent people, and all of them were fired.
So those 150 are no longer in the school system leading into next year?
We fire them all year long.
Yes.
You know, once they run out of their days. And I don't say that as a point of pride. I'm saying we are proud of the fact that our teachers come to work, they meet the expectations, they've risen to the level of expectation, and it's so much better for kids.
Absolutely.
It is so much better for kids and their colleague teachers. Because if you've been in schools long enough, you know that when there's a lot of absences, kids get thrown into your classroom as a teacher. You lose your planning period as a teacher.
Yep.
You babysit them
Everybody
in the
else
auditorium.
has to shuffle around.
Oh, it's crazy.
There's no consistency.
And you're not prepared to teach somebody else's class. You got your own class to teach. So you're kind of babysitting. You know, it's terrible on the whole school, and people know that. So no, we have one of the best attendance rates of any district, any large urban district in America, I'm sure.
I think that speaks to setting expectations.
Yep.
And letting people rise to that. As you said, people will meet the expectation that you set. And if it's a culture it's acceptable, if the previous culture was it's acceptable, it's allowed to have this chronic absenteeism, then why not?
Yeah, and the other thing I think, some people might think that it's draconian, but I think it's only draconian if you don't tell people what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. So we have what's called an employee value proposition. It's a document. We pass it out at job fairs. We put it in the teacher contract. We put it in a handbook. It's everywhere. And it says, look, this is the employee value proposition. On the one hand, we're going to do pay for performance. We are going to be strict on attendance. We still have FMLA and all that, but we're going to be strict on attendance. The principal is going to be in your classroom all the time. You're expected to teach this curriculum and things like that. On the other hand, you're going to get the highest salaries in the state of Texas. You're going to get your curriculum provided for you. You have teacher aides in these 130 schools, teacher apprentices. There are no substitutes. You have copy clerks. They'll copy your materials for you. You have learning coaches to help out. You have 10 PTO days or 15 if you're veteran teachers, et cetera, et cetera. And then we say, this is the value proposition. Please choose what's right for you, the best fit for you. Don't, but once you get here, if you sign and say, okay, then this is the expectation.
This is what you're agreeing to.
You're agreeing to that.
Yes.
And I think that's a fair argument.